My name is Joseph Daniel Levard, and I with the Zinc Battery Initiative, which is a part of the International Zinc Association's program. And the International Zinc Association is actually presenting the global zinc industry from mining, production to first use and recycling. And today, we are focusing on long duration energy storage. And there we have 4 of our members that will kick you off with their respective technologies. And I will now hand over, to Anne-Marie. She's the co-founder of Urban Electric Power, and she has been bringing the zinc manganese dioxide battery in a rechargeable format, to life over the last 10 years. And Anne-Marie, take it from here.
Hi, everyone. As Joseph mentioned, my name is Anne-Marie Augustus. I'm COO and co-founder for Urban Electric Power. Greetings from beautiful San Diego, California. I'm here to install our 7th zinc manganese dioxide battery here in the US, all of you today. So first, a little bit of background. Why should you care? Maybe if you're on this webinar, you already care, but in general, why should we care? Battery energy storage is really critical to the energy transition, which is kind of, I think of as the challenge defining my generation. And you should care. There's really 4 main drivers for why battery storage is critical to this transition. The first is increased electrification. More and more demand. Think about electrification for transportation, electrification for homes, the infamous duck curve that we'll talk a little bit about, which is the gap between supply and demand for renewable energy. Climate challenges, which create a lot of variability, extreme weather, wildfires. We really need resiliency and flexibility in this energy transition. And then evolving demand, different patterns of demand. Think about artificial intelligence and how that demand may play a role in this transition. So to our famous duck curve, I really like this graph because it's from the EIA, and it shows how the increase in renewable penetration is really causing more and more curtailment. And when you hear the word curtailment, you should think of the word waste. A battery solves for that. Battery solves for, I'll talk about 3 broad buckets, and these broad buckets are going to be focused on stationary battery storage. So the first, related to renewables, we want to minimize curtailment or waste, maximize utilization from renewables. We need to optimize. We need to boost flexibility, reliability, resilience, balance supply and demand. The abundancy is really important. 140 times more zinc is processed annually today than lithium ion. That gives a lot of energy security and energy independence of raw materials, lowers the risk of supply chain disruptions. One of the largest zinc mines in the world is actually in Alaska. Very, very low cost, about 1/10 the cost per kilogram for this material compared to lithium. So there's this inherent affordability in zinc that's really important as we make this transition, because more and more renewables on the electric grid. Who has to pay for that? Us as consumers. We want a solution that's low cost. And finally, the technology is very safe. A little bit more of a deep dive into the solution. I have an example here. So our fundamental chemistry is a manganese electrode, a zinc electrode, a separator, water and KOH electrolyte. That fundamental chemistry is identical to the AA chemistry that you're very familiar with. This, for example, is an Energizer battery that I pulled out of my remote. This is in remote controls, children's toys, smoke alarms. You would say, why this technology? Well, under Professor Sanjoy Banerjee's leadership at City College, he basically posed, can we take this technology that we use once, that we cycle very, very slowly one time and then throw away, and make it rechargeable for thousands of times? The technology is fundamentally recyclable already. It's a simple architecture. We make a basic module that's very similar to a lead acid module, allows us to scale very quickly with existing infrastructure. It's reliable and long life. We provide a 10-year warranty for the systems, and we play directly into this established $13 billion supply chain that's already there for the primary battery market. We're very grateful to the Department of Energy and New York State Governor Kathy Hochul for the opportunity to do 3 long-duration customer sites in New York State. The first is SUNY Oneonta. We're partnering with the New York Power Authority and EPRI. And in that use case, we're providing resiliency and coupling with their solar system to help them with that, maximizing their solar consumption. We're working with Westchester County municipalities, also providing resiliency and support for electric vehicle charging. And then on the far right, in industrial campus called IRG that has really critical customers like Pfizer, where we're providing, again, resiliency and peak power demand cost reduction. So thank you, everyone, for the opportunity to be with you this morning. I hope you learned a little bit about why batteries are important, what role long-duration energy storage plays, and where zinc manganese dioxide can play a role. Thank you.